For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
The political dilemma is continuing for a long time in the United States of America. The fight is on as to who will succeed U.S. President Donald Trump. Of late, in the recent poll survey in the United States, Democratic leader Joe Biden seems to be ahead in the race to be the next U.S. president. Presidential election is slated to be held in November later this year. Trump has received a lot of flack from the opposition leaders over his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis and the ongoing nationwide protests seeking justice for African-American man George Floyd, who died in police custody. Some of Trump's supporters are well practiced in the art of forgiveness, saying they are drawn to his record and willing to overlook his rhetoric. Some supporters have chosen to be loyal to the 45th President of the United States, especially in the state of Florida, which is known as Trump country.
I think his personality is hard to deal with. His way of handling people is difficult. He's not a politician, but he's gotten some things done.
Trump will be depending on looking at his family to take over his political reins and succeed. Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump Jr. have been in most of his political rallies and speeches. Donald Trump Jr. in the past has made a few comments in showing his interest in politics. Most of the Republicans have turned against President Donald Trump, especially Colin Powell, former United States Secretary of State during former U.S. President George W. Bush's time. Powell said that Trump had drifted away from the Constitution. Even Senator and former presidential candidate Mitt Romney spoke on numerous occasions against the Trump administration and also joined in the protests of the campaign Black Lives Matter. After one of the most controversial weeks of his presidency, as the nation navigates the interwoven crisis of racial injustice, a crippled economy, and a still flaring pandemic, signs of his re-election are blossoming in Trump country. Trump faces significant headwinds, polls suggest, as his advisors scramble to adapt to the challenging political climate. As the president eyes a return to the campaign trail, chomping at the bit to resume the rallies that defined his first bid for office and much of the last 3 years, the Trump army is also mobilizing for November to help him win another 4 years in the White House.